And we are live! Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones, wherever you might be. I'm Emma, and welcome back to the House of Hubris here at twitch.tv/Saracent. Welcome back to another Thursday afternoon slice of mild despair in the form of the Banner Saga 3. I've still got myself shrunk from when I didn't have a green screen, on which note, I have a green screen. It's now far more firmly attached. So, touch wood, nothing could possibly go wrong. Yes. So, Banner Saga 3, Part 3. If you were here last time, you'll have seen we punched Ruga in the face and it ruled. Like, again. We killed another Sundra and now most of our Barang loves us. Ubin joined the party, Need left. Meanwhile, on the other side of the encroaching wall of darkness, the Ravens continue their trek upland. Folker is none too pleased about this whole situation. And frankly, nor am I, because that's where the bugs live. Not just the ones we're fighting, the ones in the game. So, yes, you will have also seen me get salty and have the game crash a few times, including right at the end. So now, presumably, we're going to have to do this whole three-wave battle again to start with. Yay! It took us half an hour last time. Thank you. Before we get into that, shout out to Twisted Werewolf in with the 15-month resubs. You're ridiculous, and I love you dearly. That is many months. So, all that said, should we just get back into it? Because I think we should. Yes, Daniel in with the sound effects. I'm going to skip through the dialogue going into this a bit, or just like summarise. Brambles, forest, Borvo's coming. Falk up, what do you say? Don't stop, keep moving. We are attacked by lots of warps. There we go. Moving on. Now, who do we want in our squad? I can't remember who we had last time. This is just going to be for the first wave, so we just want our lowest people, which it seems to already be, so sick. We've got Ivor, we've got Sigbjorn, we've got Krumer, we've got Ditch, we've got Eyvind, and we've got Mogun. No end in sight to these things. And once again, I've probably forgotten most of the voices I gave people. Let's go with that. Try and keep the squishies behind a wall of Val. Okay, you want to open by going there and tempesting two of them already. Wow, my Chroma's decided to go interesting. Ah, this is what I get for the what could possibly go wrong, isn't it? Yeah, I have all my lights set up as normal. Nothing should have changed. But here we are. 1 second. There we go. What is going on? What are you doing? Up the sensitivity. Yeah, there we go. Live tech support concludes. Let's get back into the actual game. Tempest these fools. Wall of Vol doesn't just sound like a great band name. I contend that these particular Vol would be a great band. Sigbjorn looks like he's a surprisingly good singer. Can you stop doing that? It's gross and I dislike it. Okay, you go stealth. That accomplished very little, but sure. Might be time to do some annoying stones. Oh, that one was right next to Ivor. I'm sensible. Okay, you go flail. Solid. Those levels of Hunker Down on Ivor are doing an excellent job. Can you stop throwing things at Ivan? He is very squishy indeed. Don't love the warp effects on people. But hey, if I stand here, I can Tempest you all. Not to a huge amount of effect, but look cool. Look, Avid has had a very hard few everythings. Stop persecuting him. And nobody's really in a good position to lightning, so annoying stones. Or does anyone need armor? Everyone's armor's pretty solid. Annoying stones. That's more like it. Take down this guy. Take down this guy. Walk straight through the hazards. Guys, improve your pathing, but kill this guy. No, not that way. No. Mogan's dead. That seems to happen a lot. Now somebody probably needs a mend. Ivor, have some armor. Avon somehow doesn't get killed by the bear. And the bear is now dead. Grim gets a level out of it. Neat. And Ivor go and kill this fool. Okay, that all went surprisingly well for the first wave. And Ivor can just stay out. He's on full health and armor. Huh. Okay, Avind is nearly dead, so can go away. Krumer, also on full health and armor. Sigbjorn is injured and warped. Ditch is... is not great, and he's only got 1 willpower. Not really worth it. But now we replace them with some level 9s. Alfred, Bercy, Ollie. I said Ollie, there we go. And Spar? Maybe? Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, that's a solid lineup. Move people in, but also be conscious of these ash puddles. Don't spawn them in the ash puddles. Keep that wall of Val going. Get Bercy out of the corner. Actually, start him there, so we can rush them. Let's do this thing. Yes, I know I could technically just hit flee and not have to do all 3 things again, but I'm never ever going to do that. So. Wow, Bercy has, like, no movement. Have I put a thing on him that decreases his movement? Yes. That would explain that, then. I mean, you could still make it to the bear, so he should do that. Any chance we have to make the bear kill us less. Is anybody arranged neatly for the lightning? No. Boo. Spard, you just take up residence there. Alfred. You head over there, and then lightning bolt. I don't know why I find that such a nice little animation flourish that she looks over her shoulder before she jumps back. Makes it look more like a person doing things. Kill this fool. For somebody whose one character trait is being incredibly old, Kruma is really messing people up this game. Oh damn it, I forgot they have willpower absorption. Yes. Good resist, thank you Bercy. Now let's see how you like it. Less resistant. I'd love it if you could stop warping all my people. But also, what I want is lightning bolt. Could have got further away for that one. Oh well. Wow, Ivor's getting properly mobbed out here, and I don't love it. But then I suppose he has made it through 2 waves, so you know. Clearly this is just the universe saying I should give the man a rest. Anyway, this guy's dead. Both of these guys dead. Don't love that. Incredibly old man, stab the bear. Thanks, incredibly old man. Nobody's left an avenue clear for a lightning bolt, I mean, honestly. Well, I guess she'll just have to do some actual support play. Oh, wait, she's only got 2 range for Strength of Will. Boo. I'm gonna blame the stream preview for that. Everything is small. Oh, I thought I went to a place where I could hit the bear. Damn it. I'm gonna blame the stream preview for that as well. Until further notice, just assume everything that goes wrong is because of the stream preview, and everything that goes right is because I'm awesome at this game. Okay, cool. Nah. Bear has no armor. Kill the bear. No, I said kill the bear, not be killed by the bear. Spar, show him how to kill the bear. Thank you. You call that a knife? This is a staff with horns on the end. Okay, Oli can stay in, Spard can stay in, Ivor should go out. Alfrun, he's only taken a couple of points of armor. Krum has also just taken some armor, but yeah, honestly, he can go out. Let's bring in some of the bigger hitters. Valgard, Falka, Juno. Alfrun and Juno can be in the middle. Get a shield wall around them. Yeah, that'll do. No Val this time. How many people does it take to kill a purple bear? Only one, and he's the oldest man in the world. And if you're me, he sounds like a vaudeville comedian. Zap that guy with lightning, okay? Oh no, you're too far away to zap that guy with lightning. I didn't check the initiative order. Okay, that's on me. Oh no, wait, it's because of the stream preview. I already established this. Anyway, shoot this guy with lightning. Is that the one who's got the item? No. Who's got the item? Somebody should have an item. This is the last phase. This is when somebody has an item. Oh, now it has an item. Now it's actually showing up. Cool. Throw an axe at his face. Ah. Dodged. It's always funny when my people actually get things right. The Ravens are, of course, elite mercenaries, but unfortunately, you know, they're being controlled by me, who is not. What abilities does Valgard even have? Stonewall and Flail. Well, Flail time. He's less good at flailing than Mogan is. Give him time. Get over here, shield wall. Shred this guy's armor. And then let the bamboozlement begin. Haha! Bamboozled! Interesting that while they're bamboozled, they lose will for walking over the ashes because it's counting them as my team. Also, the bamboozlement has put you in prime space for a lightning bolt, so... And there we have it. Lightning bolt does not trip the move effects on the tile you go to, because you're not there for long enough. I think they've just slowed the process down for the viewer's benefit. What do you mean you've got no willpower? What are you doing? What do you think it is? 2022? So what's concussed do? 20% chance to miss. Great. 80% is 100%. As we all know from playing XCOM. Anyway, that guy's dead. I should lightning him, though. People diagonal on both sides. Juno. Do a stab. Because you have no willpower left. But you do have a pointy stick. Speaking of pointy sticks... Pointy stick of the elements, lightning bolt. Probably could have been more efficient to just walk over there and stab him, but whatever, lightning bolt. Stop persecuting Vanguard. He's very underdeveloped as a character. And Spar kills another bear. Old man kills bears, film at 11. Call that the Shocky Stabby? Nah, I like Lightning Bolt. How dare you have Tempest? That's an ability my people have. Smash, smashy. I told you to stop persecuting Vanguard, not to murder him, although I suppose you would stop persecuting him now, so yeah, 6-1. What was that? Something just happened. Like, some kind of effect just tripped on, was it Juno? I don't know. Managed to lightning bolt this one from here. Yeah. Really? You couldn't have used that chance to miss I gave you, honestly. There's your actual lightning bolts. Spar, now you have no willpower left. You're meant to be the one giving everybody willpower, honestly. Physician, inspire thyself. As nobody has ever said. Anyway, kill this one. Ha ha ha, you fell for my trap. You keep attacking Juno despite the fact that she's a zombie. And it won't take. I'll throw in however you should stop attacking. I mean, honestly. Just regular stab, I guess. Ollie's dead. Don't love that. I'll be real, this fight could be going better. Because now Alfred's dead. We're down to 3. But luckily, one of them's Falker, who is the biggest badass in the entire goddamn world. Wait, no, don't walk directly through the ash. How many times do I have to tell you? And another one's down, and another one's down, and another one explodes into ash. Get him down to 1 strength and then leave. Don't have the willpower to do anything. It'd probably be beneficial for her if she died at this point. Can collect some willpower from the underworld and come back. Okay, no, we're good. Wow. Such a dramatic last hurrah. Wow, Spa is just giant killing all over the place. Anyway, that one's down. We get the Horn of Tavoinen. Here's a bunch of renown, and now is it going to crash again? Because if it does, I swear to God. I don't know what I swear to God, but swearing will occur. And we didn't even have to bring out some of our biggest hitters. So overall, I think that actually went better than last time. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, here's all the people that have been injured, and I think there's only like 4 of them. 5 of them. And 25 renown, which I say to you again is more than we got for killing a Sundr. There we go. There is more game after that. Fighting through a forest is irksome at the best of times, nearly intolerable in these conditions. You break through miles of razor-edged boughs, gasping to catch your breath in the open air. On the hill ahead rises Ridgehorn. Finally. But now we must watch the slow walk there. Morale declined? What in this situation could possibly be bad for morale? You see him, says Falker. Bolverk stands motionless far up the hill, clearly watching the caravan. Now I know how it feels for all those poor bastards who saw us coming. Hard to know what he's thinking at this point, says Ollie. Expecting us to do what he'd do, or the opposite. Or expecting that we'd expect him to... Spar pipes up. Know what I'd do? Cook some food. Sleep. Bet you won't see that coming. Ollie scoffs. You're just tired of walking, old man. Falker blinks. Spar might be right. We'll make it look suspicious enough to throw him off, and everyone rests before Ridgehorn. No look at, you ask as they prepare the campfire. Falker shakes her head. That's what makes it look like a trick. But do whatever you like, I won't stop you. See, I said I was going to follow Falker's plans all the way through, and this seems like a bad idea, but hey, when has anything we've done in this game not been a bad idea? Have a nap. You put your trust in Falker's hands and lay on the hard ground. Time passes slowly. Soft crunching catches your attention. You swear under your breath, grabbing for your axe, but your hand finds empty air. Oh no. In a panic, you jump to your feet and scan the ground. No axe. The crunching gets louder, turns into thumping. Tree branches abandon cradle bundles of snow. Like a blood moon, Bellower suddenly storms out of the darkness in gleaming red armor. There's your missing axe, jutting from a bleeding bundle in his arms. The ground shakes from his roar. Okay, it's just a dream sequence. Sleep, Ivor? Alfred asks. She crouches over the fire, her strange shape fluttering in the firelight. The campsite is still, aside from the gentle crackle of firewood. Just dreams. Some people think dreams are omens. Those people are idiots. But they can certainly be a fine distraction from our troubles. Not my sort of distraction. I'm sorry if I dredged up old memories back at the Godstone, so to speak. There's more to that story. Would you like me to tell you? I think you should. You've heard one half already. How the Valka came forth during the Second Great War with fire and fury to push the sculptors to extinction. What, the book about the Trump administration? I shouldn't try and make political jokes. She gestures theatrically. So I've heard. Perception. Paint themselves the heroes. What the Valka really did was make their foes a promise. Abandon the war, and they'd share secret knowledge. The Valka taught them to write. They taught the stone singers to weave. And for the first time, the sculptors learned how to make more sculptors. To thrive. They kept their end of the bargain and remained hidden. At least, until recently. Oh my god, are we having the shocking revelation that Dredge are people? Who could have seen this comic? How do you know this? They have their own history and carvings. I've read it on great black stones in their dark home. As their trusted guest. What I don't understand is why you trust these Valka. You stare into the fire and it shows you old shapes. When you speak, it's almost as if to yourself. When I killed Reyes, when I returned to my kind with her head. Ingvar, they chanted. No one's slain a Sundra before. They wanted to make me the king's Kenthr. I couldn't. They haunted me. Bellower and Reyes. That damn child. Every night like tonight. Maybe it sounds like nothing to have bad dreams, but it rubs you raw. Gets in your bones. So I left the Varl. I found a small town of men where nobody knew who I was. Nobody called me Ingvar. Ivor never had dreams like that, Skogr. So that's why you agreed to come with Juno and Eyvind. The truth is, Juno didn't ask me to join them. I asked her. The flames continue to dance hypnotically. On that bridge in Einertoft, I stood before Bellower. I could have moved. But I just held up my shield and waited for the end. What's that? Ivor? The name snaps you out of your trance. You stand and stretch your legs. Your axe is where you left it, and the ravens are beginning to stir in their tents. Oh, it's nothing. Ah, this bad Varl can fit so much trauma in it. Oh hey, Bercy wants to talk. Does Bercy ever talk? Bercy tosses in his sleep till he finally huffs and gives up. He sees you're also awake and comes to sit nearby. Trouble? I just don't know how these damned ravens do it, can't just pass out at a moment's notice. Are you not one of the Ravens? I can see how you might get that impression. I joined Bolverk at Bursgard because the Valka asked me to. When that went wrong, I got roped into this like everyone else. Bessie wears a frown and leans on his axe handle. Juno and I haven't asked for you, personally. Let's not turn this into something bigger than it is. They do work for money. The Menders pay well. I've got some history with them, that's it. Alfred had something interesting to say about that. She said she tried to kill her when she was training to be a Mender. Gods, did I? I've tried to kill so many Menders. Well, that came out wrong. The Valka have a pretty rigorous final test for new candidates. It involves some stabbing and some shouting, you know, to make sure the Menders can do what they need to do under stress and pain. So they get some scary-looking Val, me, to play the kidnapping brigand and rough him up. They don't all make it back. Still feel bad for one poor kid, can't remember his name, some backwoods farm boy, not too bright. I thought he had no chance. He almost made it. Almost. And anyway, Alfred was one of these kids. I've been doing this longer than I thought. Hope she doesn't hold a grudge. Bessie wears a frown and leans on his axe handle. So you work for yourself? Never could get into that Abba owns the hills, the stuff like the rest of you. Why should I care about the dredge or dying in battle? I'd rather have the means to do what I want. Live comfortably, eat well. Turns out there's a lot of men out there thrilled to hire a Val for some blood work, so I thought I'd do that for a while. Now it's a lifetime later and I never got rich from it. Spent my whole life chasing work while others profited. Big mood. One time I travelled with a prince and his tax collector. Thought that was going to be my big payday. People just handed their money over, piled it right into a huge cart because we told them they had to. Practically robbery. Bessie Prudhomme over here. Because really, would it be one of my streams if I didn't make an incredibly niche philosophy joke? Eventually the cart fell over a cliff and exploded into a shower of gold coins never to be seen again. Never shed a tear over killing a man, but that, I cried like a lost baby bird. Happened pretty damn close to this very spot now that I think about it. Can't leave this darkness though. It's probably all twisted up and dark as dog turds now anyway. Maybe there's a moral there, but I'm not taking for it. Bessie wears a frown and leans on his axe handle. What do you think about this job? If you mean the Valka, you'd be a fool to trust them. I've done some questionable stuff on their behalf, let me tell you. And if you mean saving the world, I couldn't care less. What has the world ever done for me? These days I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. There's still this tiniest sparkle of hope that I might profit from this somehow. Pretty bleak way to live. Ivor has no time for your capitalism. Nothing left to lose. Nothing but sleep, anyway. Yeah, I'll sit quietly until everyone else wakes up. You keep the rest of your thoughts to yourself. It'd be an awkward silence, if you weren't both Val. Looks like it's time to get going. You know, Ivor. You can tell he's debating whether to get something off his chest. When I worked for the Valka, one of the jobs they paid me to do was to find you. You'd gone into hiding and they wanted to know where. Did I dare ask why? Truth is, I don't know why. I don't ask questions. But I never found you. I have a feeling if I had, things would have ended up differently between us. So I'm glad I never sniffed around any small towns, like Skog, for example. Bessie leaves with a pat on the shoulder, and you realise you'd never mentioned Skog to him. Character development for our large, intimidating son. I should have a ton of renown to promote people with. 89, that's a lot of renown. Okay. Who wants to be level 9? Krumer, you've been tearing it up. Robust. Ditch. Anybody else needs to be level 9? No. Who wants to be level 10? Either. Oh, see, I could start leveling other people up to 9, or I could see what giving either a heroic title would be. I'm feeling the heroic title, because it's only 10 renown. Rank 11, heroic title available. Scalds sing the names not of simple people, but of the legends they've become. Choose a heroic title to bestow upon this hero. Once chosen, it cannot be undone, and the title will be unique to this hero. Okay, Bloodletter. Gives people damage over time when he hits them. Death's Messenger. Extra damage on consecutive attacks to the same enemy. Monster Killer. Willpower and later heals on kill. Oathmaker. Extra will, then will regen, then will and armor regen and crit. The Foolish. Plus strength, minus arm. Yeah, minus arm. Is that joke in poor taste? Perhaps. And then crit for adjacent enemies, so that might actually work. The Forsaken. Extra damage when he's on his own. The Hopeful. Extra damage when he's not on his own. The Last Standing. More armor. And armor, and armor, and armor. And never gets injured. The Mountain. Extra armor and strength and resistance. That might actually be solid. The Unbent. Willpower, resistance, strength, resistance, armor, resistance. Solid. The Unmoved. Strength, armor, and strength resistance. Wait, so what's the difference between that and the Mountain? This doesn't give you armor resist. Okay. The Whisper gains less aggro, moves quicker, dodges more. The Wolf. Extra movement, damage, and eventually less aggro. And Twice Born comes back after being KO'd. Okay. I'm feeling the Unmoved for him, or the Mountain. Yeah, let's go with the Mountain. Yeah. Oh, it costs renown to give him extra levels in this. Right, and then extra levels can be put into increasing his stats or increasing his title. No, but 25 is enough to get somebody else up to 9. No, not up to 9. We've done that up to 10. Juno, why not? Sweet. Oh, and now that you're level 11, we have a level 11 thing. Gives the scalp thing to allies who are standing nearby that kill people. Knock back on higher strength, extra will per turn. Yes, thank you. What does that free up? He had the Farthing Earth. Who wants extra break? Krumer, you want extra break, I think. And that frees up the Warrior's Oath plus 1 will. Who doesn't have an item? Apostate, you don't have an item. Or, nah, cast away. You're new. Have an item. Really? Thanks, Daniel. Hopefully it should just take us back to either the start or end of that conversation with Bessie, but... I'm just going to take a singularly uninteresting moment and see if Steam forums have anything to say about this. And what might be happening. Okay, the first thing on the Steam forums is, I'm sorry, but this game is a complete mess on new hardware. Great. Great. Okay. Well, let's see if we can make it through, because, Jesus. Okay, resume. Where are you going to put us now? Yeah. Excellent, we're here. Have we talked to Bessie in this timeline? Yes. Winner. Okay, people just needed leveling. Kramer. Ditch. Ivor. And then again. And have a title. And be the unmoved. And Juno I don't quite have enough for. Okay, cool. I must have done the maths wrong. Or misremembered. Or done something. Anyway, we've only got 20 renown. Ah well. And now we get through the loading screen. Winner. I'm going to take a day to rest, even though this is probably a terrible idea. Just for the morale. I need that willpower in battles. Hope everyone's doing okay in these incessant issues. We're close. I can see the tower just over this ridge. That means Bolverk's close too. I'll decline for talking about the reality of the situation. Yeah, like I say, hope everyone's okay and the incessant crashing isn't too annoying. I know it's fairly annoying. Case in point, I'm annoyed. Also, what is my camera doing? Why? Why are you like this? Okay, might have just been something on the lens. Sweet. No, maybe not. There, just pan it out of view. Balverk is waiting ahead, Juno says, and the caravan slows. He is patient with dangerous allies. I believe he intends to stop us from entering Ridgehorn. I will lead Balverk away, Juno says. Eyvind looks blankly into the distance as though he already knew what was coming, but Juno continues. The rest of you will wait for my return within Ridgehorn. How are you going to deal with Balverk? He cannot be controlled, but he can be misled. He doesn't know where we're headed and will believe he's pursuing us past Ridgehorn, says Juno. I will return, one way or the other. Volker steps forward. I don't trust you, and even if I did, you can't handle Balverk on your own. We split the caravan. She volunteers herself, Ollie and Spar, who give each other dubious looks. Volker adds, I don't take orders, remember? Well, I said we were going to agree with our wife. This may be a bad plan, but hey, the last one felt like a bad plan and nobody died. Volker hasn't been wrong about Balverk yet, you say, suddenly feeling Juno's gaze weigh heavily. Then lift. As you say, she replies. Prepare quickly, she tells Volker. The rest of the caravan cautiously approaches Ridgehorn, Eyvind carrying the light. Fresh footprints trail off into the snow following Juno's diversion. The way appears clear. Why would you say a thing like that? The way appears clear. That's the most ominous sentence in the world.
I've been told this is where they found Juno the first time. Now they say it's the entrance to another world. How far had she already come just to fall here?
Always nice when they have a bit of voice acting. Even if it does remind you of how different Ivor is meant to sound from my bad Northern Irish accent. Ridgehorn, this brings back some memories. None of them good. It's seen better days. I'll say that. Eyvind curses when he sees the rubble around Ridgehorn's tower. The tremors caused by the serpent have caused many structures to topple here. Eyvind exclaims, There should be a doorway leading to... Give me some time, he says, running off toward the base of the tower. You can see him waving his Valka staff, heaving enormous chunks of rock aside through sheer willpower. How the hell did Valgard sound? Little help! Shouts Valgard, drawing your attention back to the fort's courtyard. Balverk is nowhere in sight, but his warped allies didn't miss you slipping over the bridge. Okay, we have one remaining level 8. Some 9s, some 9s, some 9s. And a 10, do we want... Yeah, Castaway. Yes, we picked up a Dredge Stoneslinger. So that was fun. Oh wait, I never actually redistributed items. The extra break, who was that going to? Who did I give that to? Krumer? Yes. Yes, because that freed that up, which I gave to the Castaway. Let's go! finds out what happened here. We'll do what we can. What abilities do you have? Tempest and Forge Ahead. Neither of them are actually that great in this situation. You just stay there. Do any of these have items? No, but we do have a leveled up bear. Great. Actually, I think everybody's leveled up. Sweet. Sweet, love that for us. Actually, no, I might as well take some strength off. You know, I appreciate him not hitting Sigbjorn for 9, because he could have. Stealth up. Pigstick. Deflected. Great. I didn't run those numbers properly, did I? Stop doing the tentacle thing to our brains. I object. I object with lightning bolts. What? Why can't you... Oh, Sigbjorn's in the way. Note to self. Pay attention. Now, what is it? Shatterstones. You can hit both of them. I do like him having bombs that explode immediately. I also like taking off 10 armor with one hit. That is very pleasant. Oh, and they have archers, great. We're not done yet. Wow, the West Country accent is just taking over my current voice repertoire. Never saw him coming. What abilities does the archer have? I'm worried. Unearthly endurance, willpower absorption, great, and bird of prey, so it's got a billion range. All of these things, great, love them, perfect. Okay, now that we've taken a bunch of armor off this one, Pigstick. Pigstick did nothing. Back, what are you doing? Oh, Juno's here. It is done. Let's not do this again. Yeah, now we have the numbers game. If she goes over here, I think she can lightning bolt the bear. Lightning bolt. Spar's having a bad time of it. Just arrives on the battlefield and is immediately killed with a single blow. Okay, that's that one mostly dealt with. Yeah. Actually, another Shatterstone there would be good. Unless I've misread this grid again. No, we're good. Seriously, base 7 break is just chef's kiss. We're not done yet. Everyone has agreed that we're not done yet. Nobody thought we were done. Well, Sigbjorn's done. Slinger on slinger violence. You call that a knife? This is a spear. It's like a knife, but it's on a stick. We're not done yet. Yes, we know we're not done yet. Again, nobody thought we were done. Also, for a minute there, the rising chords in the background sounded like Hellfire from the Hunchback soundtrack. Just that da-dee-da. Go on, Falcon, mess them up. I feel like I should probably bamboozle someone. You're bamboozled. Excellent use of bamboozle. Throw a rock at the bear. Yeah, whatever, hit back. It's not like he's accomplishing anything this match. Fight. Word. We're not done yet. No, again, that's West Country. One day people will have consistent accents, and that's when you'll know you're watching a different stream. What did it just do? I don't know, but I don't like it. Oh! Oh, it has Overwatch. Oh yeah, lookout. Wait for enemy movement within sling range and throw. Well, if I'd considered reading the words beforehand, I might have known that. Ollie should clearly just never move off the baseline. Okay, slow progress is being made. Ooh. Really need to remember that. Go on, tell us how we're not done yet. No, we might be done yet. Backs down, but like I say, it's not as if he was accomplishing anything of use. Good work, Volker. No more shield though, which is a shame. Ah, Ollie has to actually move. Boo. Okay, way to use a Tempest to deal 1 damage to 1 person. We should really move up on those archers at some point. But that said, again, it's not like they're doing a huge amount. Get rid of that slinger, just in case it does more annoying overwatches. Falter actually taking damage, which is how you know this fight has gone on too long. Have I ever actually got Falker injured? Can't remember. Everyone's run out of willpower for the fancy abilities, so it's just a straight punch up at this point. Oh wow, Falker is down. I disapprove. That's one of my wives. Take a level, very nice. Is that enough range for 1 power lightning bolt? No. Okay, I would say have fun at work. I think we all know that's not going to happen, but have work, I guess. Get bread, etc. Have tolerable work. Yeah, that's it exactly. This fight has been a lot closer than it feels like it should have been, given that I had an extra 4 people turn up in the middle of it. Dutch, however, has been an absolute champ. We win! Krum gets a level. Dutch gets a level. Sigbjorn gets a head injury. The Castaway gets a head injury. Back gets, ironically, a back injury. And we get almost as much renown as when we kill the Sunt. If this is what Bolvac can bring to bear, you can only imagine how much worse it would have been if he were here. Juno weaves between the bodies of the fallen dredge and catches your eye before she heads up the steps of Ridgehorn Tower. In your head, you hear her thin voice. When you are ready, join me. She must have given Bolvac the real runaround, says Spart. He keeps glancing at the bridge as if expecting to summon the Berserker by name alone. Think I'd better make sure Avin's almost done. How about a whistle when it's time to go? Alfrun offers to ferry you anywhere you need to go. Shortcut? Don't know what that achievement was for. It'll tell us after the next fight. I think. Spar sits on the rubble of a ruin, watching Avin move vast slabs. Words! Words are meant to be a thing I can do. Can I please do them today? Mouth. He fidgets with an ornate mead horn. Good a time as any to give you this far. Noticed you've got no drinking horn, and that's no way to live. I don't care to drink from a York's horn, old man. Nay, does this look like a sodding yog's horn? It's carved from the tusk of a gold boar. Shines even in full black. Okay, so I've never seen a real gold boar, but I did steal it a long time ago from a very rich man, and he seemed pretty convinced. Folka stabbed me with her eyes when I told her I was giving it to you. What made you think of this now? Oh, I don't know. Been down a lot of roads. Got a feeling I might not see the end of this one. And I don't want to imagine Dutch using it for some disgusting thing after I'm dead. I'm sorry, does Dutch suddenly have a reputation I'm not aware of? Why give it to me? Tradition, Val. These young folk don't know respect. They don't remember a time when it was right to honour a guest. Don't care what any of them say, you're doing a fine job. Look here, that's history carved there before banners and tapestries. See the little armies? The tusk does seem to shimmer on its own. Carved figures almost look like they move as you roll it in your hands. I can't keep this. Take it, take it. It's not getting me laid anymore. Not like this Langspill anyway. Don't know what that means, but let's move on. He smiles, pleased with himself. You don't seem too upset about facing death. Oh, the Langspill is his instrument, isn't it? Upset about dying? Vala, more upset about living. Do you know what it's like taking a piss 3 times a night but only waking up twice? That's a good line, Spar. We'll keep you. Nah, death sounds fine. Sounds fine. I'll tell you what. I'll miss my life. Secret for us poor bastards with short lifespans? It's love. Sounds like a bunch of rot, I know, but if you don't have life, if you don't love life, it'll make you miserable. Learned that from a lady friend. He smiles, pleased with himself, still. Where'd you learn to play? What was that accent? What do you mean? Who taught me? No, nobody taught me. It was a festival, biggest of the year. By all rights, too young to hold my drink, sipping from every unwatched cup I could find. There's a spat happening. One guy built like a bear, owling at another man with it over his girl, or I don't remember. Doesn't matter. This other poor bastard, he's a mouse. You ever seen one of those guys? Thin beard, wide eyes, ready to run? The brute comes at him with the knife pulled right out of his dinner, and the mouse is soiling himself, climbing over tables to get away. Everyone's loving it, even the musicians stop to watch. I'm off my head drunk, and I'm thinking, by the gods, this needs a good song, so I grab the instrument and go wild, sawing and screaming. The thing just sings in my hand. At least in my head, it's a masterpiece. Must have sounded like a boiled cat. That phrase shouldn't be as funny as it is. The mountain of a man, he slowly looks over at me with the most complete confusion I've ever seen, and I just remember, next moment there's a knife in his neck. The mouse got him. Anyway, it's wonderful. Yep, pretty much. Even drunk as I was, I knew it was because of me. I've been playing ever since. Frankly, it's a damn tragedy wasting my talents on these ungrateful monsters. I better go back and check on Juno. Aye, you better. These two don't find this passage soon, both will farn us right in a pocket arses. Yeah. Thanks for the horn. I'll make sure nobody does anything disgusting with it. Enjoy it too, it's not a bloody decoration. It's a gift from the god-blessed ravens. Yay, morale from Spar shouting at us for a while, and we got a gold boar tusk. Let's look at that, as well as probably leveling some people. Yeah, we can't use that even a bit. Plus, oh no, that is minus. Minus 1 move. Maximum 80% chance to hit. That's not great. But 3 strength, 3 break, and 1 strength resist. If you want to live at the mercy of chaos, and, you know, often I do, but luckily nobody's high enough level to use it. Speaking of levels, who wants one? The only level 8 we have left... Oh no, there's Mogan as well. It's Mogan and Sigbjorn, and neither of them can level, so that's fine. Dutch, because you were an absolute champ last time. Alfred, because you're always an absolute champ. Give her even more willpower regen, because she can really use it. Ollie. Oh no, wait, I don't have enough Renan anymore. But I could give somebody a heroic title level, and I say somebody that we only have one person so far with a heroic title. Or, wait, do we have any rank 10s we could give one? Yes, of course we do. Volker. You rule. Armor and armor regeneration. Yeah, that's what we want for her. So yeah, now she just gets extra armor, but she'll get there. Oh, she's got skill points to spend? Oh yeah, I literally just leveled her. Pay attention. Resist armor damage. Cool. Oh, for God's sake! Daniel, hit the button. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, the consensus from the Steam forums just seemed to be, yes, this game is super buggy on modern hardware. Have fun. We're just trying to get through it. Work with me, game. I'm trying to show you off to the world, and you are not showing yourself at your best. Oh. Oh, and now it's windowed. That's exciting. Oh, and full screening it has just made it be still windowed but screwy. Excellent. Love that. Oh, it's windowed because for some reason the source had resized itself as well. So it's Streamlabs is hating me as well as this game. What? Why can't I resume? Oh, I think it was still reading it as from when I was windowed. Oh. This is testing me, y'all. My mouse has disappeared. What? Oh no, it's there again. But the pointer on my stream preview is miles away from where it is in the actual game. I swear to God. Again, don't know what I'm swearing, but there is swearing. See, I'm having to watch the other screen for this. Volker, no. Promote, go, yes. Heroic title. The last standing, 2 levels, yes. Back. And load. Oh wow, this is supremely unhelpful, the fact that the mouse on the stream is a lie. Because look, this should be over the heroes, but it's actually closer to the tower ramp. If I leave the window and come back... Nope. Well, as issues go, that's a fairly strange one. Ugh, I can't deal with that. I think I'm gonna have to quit the game. Yeah, exactly. It's my accuracy with moving to the right place on the grid is bad enough. I think it's just to do with it starting windowed, really screwed it up. And then we restart the game again. Okay, shortcut was just arrive safely at Ridgeon. So, you know, we did that. That was a thing we accomplished, at least. No, not credits. That was not what I meant to press. See, my accuracy is bad enough to begin with. Okay, this is very slightly off. And I'm inclined to just try and work with it. Tech Gremlins really missed me? Yeah. Well, you know, would it be one of my streams without them? Let's see how badly this screws me up as I go into Ridgeon. And we get a dramatic cutscene. Wait, was that the serpent in the distance? Because that's meant to be dead. I thought you'd be helping Ivan. I had to check on something. Look to the horizon, the serpent writhes in the distance. Yep, told you. It knows we're here, but it won't approach. Hopefully. So do you know what's dead matter? Okay, yeah, fair point. In the words of David Diggs, what that tell you about death? Is it scared of you? Scared? I don't think it understands such things. For now, it's just trying to discover what we'll do next. I know the feeling. These horn towers are portals the Menders built long ago. They allow us to enter the inner earth, their dredge home. I knew the dredge came from below, but inner earth? Like caverns? No, not at all. Imagine another world with sun and sky like our own, but within our own. Oh, it's a Gotha. This will be a dangerous path, but the quickest route to the place where Avon will undo all this. Juno sees the skepticism on your face without looking. I also came here to speak with you privately. I know Avon may seem unusual or unapproachable, but he is a good person. Usually if you have to tell someone you're not bad. You're right. I've been careful to protect everyone, but in doing so, only create more doubt. The fact is, I saved him and he saved me. He is kind and devoted. There's a smile on her face, and you realize that may be the first you've seen. I don't know how to talk about it without sounding like an infatuated girl. I truly love him. I know it won't excuse things to say the Valkyrie lead different lives, hard in their own way. Don't we all deserve to be loved by those who would do anything for us? We do. That means a lot to me. And Avon, too. When you asked to come with us, I was uncertain. I didn't want to take you away from loved ones. But I'm glad to have you here. I consider you a friend, one of the few Avon that I have left. I will do what needs to be done to fix all this, no matter the cost. And I've decided that no matter what happens, I will not influence you again. I promise you that. Trust is important. A whistle reaches you on the wind. You leave the churning coils of the serpent on the horizon and return to where the others have already entered the tower. And found a big hole. You join the others already waiting in an enormous chamber beneath the tower. So, what do you expect to happen next? Sparta sputters. Avon steps to the edge. We jump. Heavy footsteps echo off high walls, and a dreadful outline stands in the doorway. Oh no. Well done, witch, says Bolvac. Made a fool of me again. Even from here you can tell he's shaking with rage. Avon screams for everyone to jump, but there is only hesitation. Volker turns and walks to Bolvac. Oh no. The caravan watches Volker with rapt anticipation. I doubt we'll get another chance to talk, Bolvac, so I had to know. Is there anything left of you in there? I never left, Volker. You left. We thought it was what you wanted. I thought I was following orders. What's done is done. Yeah, that does sound like you. You get as close as you dare. The two barely acknowledge your presence. I remain silent. They've got a dynamic they need to work out. Go on, Volker. Get out of here. What if the Valk can undo this, Bolvac? What if they really can? It doesn't have to end like this, you stubborn dolt. They lied to you, Volker. They're lying still. Bolvac points his axe at the Valkyr and static flickers across Avon's shaking hands. Those two took our reputations. They took our freedom. They took my life. They did all of this. Even if they can save this world, I won't allow it. Are you kidding me? Life's not fair. Is that your argument? Even when I was 8 years old, I never gave you such snivelling drivel. Don't destroy everything we made to save your pride. The Ravens need you. So do I. You feel the slightest shift in Bolvac's demeanour, but in a blink it's gone. Jump down the rabbit hole, Volker. I won't stop coming until every one of you is dead. That's all you've got for me. Me! Volker snatches Bolvac's axe from her belt, the one he threw near Strand, and pushes it into his hand. Okay. If this is just revenge, why wait? I trust her. I've been trusting her all along. I've always liked you, Volker. That's why I gave you a chance to run. Things are suddenly moving too quickly to react, oh no. Without hesitation, Bolvac buries the axe blade deep into Volker's neck and she falls in a bloody heap. Your face narrowly escapes Bolvek's second axe blade as you stumble backwards. His screaming rage fills the room until a peal of thunder drowns it out. Lightning arcs from Avon's staff, scorching the ground around you in wild patterns, catching Bolvek's fur cloak on fire. Ravens reluctantly leap into the pit, and you follow, tumbling down into the darkness as the light from the hole above recedes. A roar rings in your ears like the bellow of a sundr. Bolvek leans over the edge, his face wreathed in flames from the smouldering cloak. It's the last thing you see before everything goes black. Chapter 20. We live as we will live. I said I was going to trust her, and I did. But the game decided not to crash that time, so I guess we're in it. Unless it crashes after this conversation, in which case... Yeah, I want to get... We should be breaking soon, but I want to get to a point where I can get to the menu so I can quit out and fix the resolution over the break. Sometimes you awaken more tired than when you fell asleep. This is one of those times. Aelio is silently sitting bedside. Aelio, were you watching me sleep? What? No. Yes, I mean, Oddleif sent me to get you. Wasn't sure whether to shake you awake or let you... What's happening? Nothing good. Ruger's free, he's creating problems out by the gates. How is Ruger free? Oddleif's trying to talk some sense into them now. How did Ruger get free? While we were busy fighting a Sundra and saving the city, his men broke into the prison. Killed some of Petrus's guards too. Are you kidding me? Wish I were. I hate to say it, but we should bring as many clansmen as we can find. It'd be a grave mistake to leave them behind. You don't think they'll be safe here? I don't think we'll be safe without them. Well, we made it to menu, which means we're locked in. I'm going to, like I say, try and fix the resolution as I go to break, and we all have a little cry about Falka. But then, that's the way of this whole story, is people dying because of me making decisions in good faith. R.I.V. Falka, indeed. So yes, I'm going to sort that out, step away, and go on break. I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. I need to go and hydrate and stretch and all those good things as well. And I would recommend that you all, whatever your feelings about recent events in this game, should also do that. Do some good self-care. Falka would have wanted it. Go and hydrate and stretch and take your meds if you need to. And yeah, I'll see you back in 5-10 minutes when we can continue with this and see what crap is going down inside Arborang and maybe punch Ruger again. Because that's fun. Alright, see y'all in a bit. And we're back. Oh cool, now the game's just not showing up at all. Hey, there it is. And the mouse appears to be correct. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that weird laugh aside, we got a bunch of renown saved up. We must have from when we killed Ruin. 73, yes indeed. And also now we have Ubin. Did we ever have Ubin before? I can't remember. Let's look at Ubin. Known as the Scrivener, Ubin is one of the oldest Varl and has always enjoyed recording the happenings along his route as a tax collector. In light of recent events, he ponders setting aside his quill for a while. So he knows Tempest, Reveal Weakness. Yeah, which base is the same as Rook's Mark Prey back in the day. And Stronger Together, standing next to an ally, Ubin's confidence and experience allow it improve the strength damage dealt by both himself and his ally by 1. Bonus remains until they're not adjacent anymore. When multiple heroes stand next to him, they all get +1 damage, and he gets +1 for all of them, which is pretty neat. But anyway, who wants levels? Just kidding, I know you all want levels. Level 8, Gunulf. Good month. Wait, was he level 7 before? Oh no, he was level 8, it had just leveled him for me, so he still had all the points to spend. I see. No more level 8s who can level. 9s, Canary, who I believe is my only wife left. Have that instead. Mug. Didn't have a level, just had points for me to spend. Okay, I should really check everyone then. Petrus does have a level. Deirdre does have a level. Gunulf does have a level. Luden does have a level. That's everyone. Let does have a level. Okay, Gunulf have another level. And I've still got 10 left. I could get somebody up to rank 11. I think it's time for a let. What does she want? The wolf would actually be pretty great. Extra move, extra damage, and then at higher levels gets less aggro. Because she is squishy. I let the wolf. Somebody want this? Valor's Rebirth. Less armor, but better chance to dodge strength and can't die from strength at least 1. Sure, Ubin, why not? You're, you know, there. We don't need to rest. Do we need anything from the market? We've got 9 days of supplies, it's fine. +5 break, -5 strength attack. That's odd. Nah, we get better stuff anyway. Alright, let's go and see what Ruger's up to. Probably nothing good. And by probably, I mean absolutely. You squint in the sunlight outside the cool shade of your tent, and a smell reminds you of the small farmhouses you once lived near in Saga. The field is full of horseborn, a lot more than there were before. Ubin stands in their midst, the shepherd of a confused flock. He's chatting with Gunnulf, catching up on lost time. Ubin spots you and waves, beckoning you to join them. These horseborn lost a lot of leaders all at once, he tells you about the new arrivals. They haven't found a lot of sympathy here in Arberang, despite helping defeat Ruin. Hate to crowd your camp, but what would you think about taking them under your wing? All of these options seem a bit negative, but are you sure they want that? We won't know until we ask, Ubin replies. In times like these, I believe it's better to have too many friends rather than too few. Let's go and talk to them ourselves. You call to the herd, and Ubin translates in his charismatically deep voice. They look dubious, but some ask questions. By the end of it, many have wandered away, but some have accepted a loose alliance. Yeah, close enough. Wow, a whole 23 fighters. Love it. So much. So many fight. What kind of trouble got stirred up that we need the whole clan? A kind that turns into an angry mob. My least favourite kind of mob. Her favourite kind of mob is a flash. Through still gaping holes in the splintered walls, you glimpse the dredge indolently lurking. Bleary-eyed workers do their best to fill the cracks. The foreman spies you at the head of the caravan. Got any fighters with strong arms? Guards know we could use them, and they'll be well fed. Yes, we will give you lots of fighters. It is better to be slightly less well armed and more clearly helping the city, I would say. The foreman prowls through your caravan, browbeating anyone healthy enough to shoulder timber. Not all who join show enthusiasm, weary as soon as assault left them, but the cause is worthy. Yeah, 20 fighters. I got more than that from the horseborn just now. We're still running a net profit. It's all good. The long stretches of just walking in this do give you plenty of time to think, wait, was that the right idea I just had? So many survivors occupy the dirt along the common paths, they begin to blend together. A young girl conquers her shyness and comes begging for food at your feet. Others are inspired to do the same. Compared to these people, you have a considerable amount of supplies. The real question is how much you're willing to spare for those who aren't in your clan, who'll keep coming in the future. You consider what to tell the growing crowd of open hands. I will give my food. People can choose whether or not to give their food. You hand the girl a small bundle and ruffle her hair before she runs off, but the rest with open hands don't share her sweet smile when you indicate there's no more to spare. Okay, that sounded better when I clicked it. Yeah, you just get these long moments of dead time where you're just like, how will what I just did screw us? Dredge killer! Shouts a woman as you approach. Contrary to what sounds at first like an angry mob, the opposite occurs. Thankful survivors crowd around, asking questions you can't answer. What if Dredge attack again? What about the darkness? What do we do now? Well, I'm going to click option 3 just because that's a mood lately. Ugh. Things are bad, but we'll survive one day at a time. Their heads nod as you speak, but they're not listening. These people have been taking things one day at a time for quite a while. Still, many follow you as you head on toward the gates. I like this music. This is good ambiance. At least they seem to be making some progress on the walls. Nice when we don't have to be responsible for absolutely everything. After dealing with that sooner, finally pitched in once they realised you're not going anywhere. Don't know why everyone is getting West Country lately.
I had that feeling again. The one where I want to look to my father for guidance, but he isn't there. Despite everything else going on, it's still mankind that worries me the most.
Rip Rook, pour one out for a real one. A growing crowd is gathering at the gates. It's easy to tell the curious bystanders from the hardened, darkened faces of Ruger's loyalists, but there are plenty of different colours being flown here. The Val are also nearby, looking uncomfortable. As you step forward, the disgruntled murmur of the crowd turns into the squeaking of rats skittering into hiding holes. Ruger, as always, wears the satisfied smile of a man who drowned his own humility in bottomless ambition long ago. Wow, that's a sentence with a lot to unpack in it. God, we all hate this man so much. Aha! Our saviour has joined us. Maybe now we can hear some sense. Pleasant voice will be a welcome change to this bitch's yapping. You'd prefer it to my bite? Yes, don't give Oddleaf crap. She doesn't need it. That's why a vicious dog should be muzzled. This is still a bit stretched from last time. Oh my god. Disrespect Oddleaf again and see what happens. Or actually, no. I like to. You don't see the irony in that coming from you, Ruger? I don't know what you mean. As usual, I only want to protect our people, but Oddleaf hears what she pleases. You only want to condemn. It starts with the Dredge. How long before you convince them we're the next enemy? What do you mean, starts with the Dredge? She would throw away all our sacrifice to let them walk through the gates. Just as there are Val here, Horseborn, many of those outside the gates are women and children too. We've known this. We've even taken in a Dredge infant whose mother was slain. It's been amongst you this whole time. Rue's eyes grow wide at this. A disapproving murmur ripples through the crowd. Be that as it may, tell me why I just lost good Val fighting them for hundreds of years. When our leaders tell us to fight, we fight. The Dredge are no different. Bellower is gone. Eyeless and Ruin are gone. Are the rest beating down our doors, crying for blood? No, they cry out for mercy. All I'm suggesting is that we don't leave them to suffer in the darkness. We can find a way. Before he died, our king said, everyone lives. Who is Ruger to disagree? He's no king. Oddleaf is right. There is no king here. Look at the faces around you. Some have just lost children, trampled beneath bloody dredge hooves. Should we invite the Dredge in for another go? I don't see how any of this matters. When the darkness covers us, we'll all be the same sort of dead. But all things being equal, I'll shed no tears for the dredge now. Hear, hear. Some common sense. What does our heroic Sundr Slayer believe? Speak up. We've all been waiting for your wisdom. Because I do want the dredge. I'd like to save them if I can. I think it's better to appeal to the masses, because Ruger is never going to listen. You tell the tale of your travels, the things you've seen, and the discovery that the dredge are running from the darkness, same as you. As the story meanders, you can tell the mob is becoming restless. Damn it! Unbelievable. Death knocks and you invite it in out of pity. Ruger appeals to the crowd now, speaking loudly. Friends, should we fling the gates open wide to the murderous dredge? Embrace their hammers and stones? Should I let this hysterical woman endanger your families, your kin, for murderous stinking slag? I should have known I wouldn't be better at populism than him. Angry shouts erupt in response. Fury fills the faces of those closing in. Ruger's faithful draw steel. Every time we elect to not execute him for a while, he reminds us why we should execute him. Level 8s, get your axes. That's all of you. Level 9s. Perfect. Do I have any unequipped items? No. We go. Is Ruger actually on this battlefield? Has he decided to do some fighting for himself? No, I don't think so, but he has got a couple of cragsmen on his side. Oh yeah, I forgot Gris has minus... Is it just one? Yeah. -1 move. What's the range on trample? 3. So, can't get close enough to trample anyone this turn, that's fine. Wow, you've got a lot of break there. But be prepared to be a lot of broken. Jesus. Does she have puncture? No. Doesn't really matter, but... Cool, enjoy being no use at all. Don't need to hit him, and annoyingly this one's stonewalling, but we do what we can. Actually, a mule kick might be a good idea here. Get out of there. You're just going to stonewall there. I don't care. I'm going to go and hit this archer with an axe. It's going to roll. Poison this dude. Yeah, flail on a shield banger. That's a sensible idea, you idiot. Save the willpower, the poison will kill him next turn anyway. Okay, that wasn't ideal because it pushed them into a shield wall. And that was 16 damage because they do no puncture. Nah, just hit him. Okay, all of these are down to like single digit health. Let's just cue that. Nicely done. And charge. Even with low strength, an archer's still annoying, so let's just get rid of her. Poison this one as well. Thanks for standing together, suckers. Now, see what happens when you hit a hotspot. And then that guy burns to death and we all laugh. You can just rest. As Dedru gets the kill in here. Ruger, have you learned anything? Of course Ruger hasn't learned anything. Only one injury though, that's better than most of my battles lately. A lull in the fighting, but it looks far from over. If anything, it's just begun, and that's what worries you most. There's no need for this, you shout. Falls on deaf ears as more and more men draw weapons. The wind picks up, tearing at banners that whip above your heads. A growing gale throws men from their feet and bludgeons your sense of balance. A storm funnel approaches, crawling above the gates. Riding it is Zephyr, her platinum hair curiously untouched by the maelstrom. She lands amidst the fighters like a leaf, delicately fallen from a tree, somehow terrifying in its grace. "Stop this lunacy!" she howls. "What is this? Put your weapons down?" Even Ruger's unflappable demeanour seems subdued in the Valka's presence. "Traitors threatened to open the gates and let loose the dredge. We only meant to stop them." "Liar! You are the only real threat here, Ruger. Warped creatures reside within the coming darkness, twisted and ferocious. That is the true threat now. I would have come sooner, but I was searching for a solution to protect Arborang, and I may have found one if everyone can be civil for a moment. Where are the King's Menders? I need them all." "They've done as they please since Meinolf died." "He's dead. Then, as the last surviving Valka, I am taking control here. I expect the rest of you to put aside your differences while I gather the Menders." "What about the dredge outside the gates?" "I'm sure she has little time to worry about such petty disputes." Zeph rubs her temple in frustration. "You don't need to befriend the dredge, only make space for them within the walls. When the warped come, they will be relentless. We cannot afford to give them more weapons against us in the coming days." Zephyr departs, ushered by a rising gust of air that lifts her toward the keep. She leaps in long bounds like a springing reindeer, out of sight within moments. Ruger looks to be at a loss, but only for a moment. "How vindicated you must feel. I envy you. But not everyone is so reasonable, so easily persuaded as me. Convince them." He raises his voice again over the distressed murmur of the crowd. "Step outside these gates, Bravelet. Ease our minds. Valka thinks they can be trusted. Walk among the dredge, Slayer. Throw down your weapon and prove to us all how harmless they are." "Open the gates." Ruger flinches in surprise when you give the order, but hides it quickly. You called his bluff, and now you have to deliver. Slowly, the large doors are pulled open for you. Is this another terrible idea? Let's see. Oddleaf whispers to you quickly before you step beyond the gates. "The dredge infant, I'll come with you carrying the baby. Maybe they would see it as a gesture of peace." "We don't know how they'll react. I'll take the baby, but you stay here." I think that's the right idea. Or is that going to come off like, "Ha ha ha, we stole your baby"? No, I like the symbolism. "You sure? I know what the Valka said, but I've put someone in harm's way before and it cost me dearly. I won't make the same mistake again." Oddleaf nods and the dredge child is quickly brought forth. Everyone's waiting for your next move. And I've taken the banner too, for maximum symbolism. How do they stay so clean? You take a deep breath. Someone pushes the Skogr banner into your hand, and it weighs as heavily as the child in your other arm. Dredge stands shoulder to shoulder beyond the gates. The warbling stops as you approach, and their many yellow eyes turn in your direction like a field of sunflowers. You force your legs to move. The dredge part around you. It feels suffocating, even though they do nothing but watch. Now completely surrounded, you turn around, where equally captivated clansmen stare breathlessly from inside the walls. The dredge nearby look with curiosity at the dredge child. The air is still, as if itself afraid to breathe. You raise the banner. Dredge follow as you walk back into Arborang. They follow through the gate. They follow into the courtyard. And then a man shouts. You can see his face clearly, but you don't recognize him. You're not sure, and just some guy. You're not sure exactly what he's shouting, but it sounds like, "You'll kill us all!" He hurls a spear towards you. Others draw weapons, they raise bows, everyone reacts at once. Why are people like this? A black shield suddenly deflects a spear, hurling your direction harmlessly away. The stone guard carrying the shield looks back at you, then the dredge child, then back to where chaos has erupted in the courtyard of Arborang's gates.
Arborang is broken. Now the strength of your banner will
Title
determine
crawl.
how long you can hold out, while Ivor and the Valka push on to their destination. Your choices up to this point, the number of clansmen, fighters, Varl, and supplies remaining, buy you days of survival. When your days run out, catastrophe will follow. Use this time wisely.
Thanks, tutorial voice. For a minute, I thought it was going to hang on that loading screen, and I would have been very upset. Okay, we seem to be in the home stretch then. "22 days. Dramatic noises. You find Zeph near the keep, speaking to the menders she's gathered. She turns as you approach, her face severe. "Captain Petrus, what happened? I told everyone to stop the killing." "This has been coming since Meinolf died. As I said, I could not have come sooner. How quickly things fall apart." This gives intense value to Alette's choices, yeah. "Listen carefully. I devised a shield of light that holds back the darkness, but its reach is limited. By joining their efforts, the Menders may be able to encircle all of Arborang. It would mean positioning them evenly across the walls, and if madmen are running wild in the streets, killing indiscriminately... I'll make sure that doesn't happen." "How long can you keep the spell of light going?" "About 22 days, I bet." "Assuming the plan works at all, I don't know, perhaps if we rest in shifts. It depends on our food supplies and stopping the warp from slaughtering our menders. They told me you fought off a Sundr, no small thing, but that will be nothing compared to what is coming." "And the other Valka? Juno and Avent, can they put an end to all this?" "We crossed paths. They continued into the darkness. If they're going where I think they're going, and if they actually make it, there is hope." You lead a group of Zephyr's Menders towards the gates, where the fighting is worst. The darkness is already drawing close, throwing soot into the air. You push into the fray to clear space for the menders to do their work. Men fight dredge. Men fight men. The fighting curls around you like wildfire until you are engulfed in it, despite your best efforts. One bare-chested, shrieking madman charges at you, but is crushed into the dirt by the heavy stone bludgeon of a nearby colossus. The stone guard stares at you, and something makes you think it may be the same one who shielded you from the spear earlier. Bloodied men encircle you like vultures, screeching shrill insults. Traitors! Raven-starvers! The stone guard nods some kind of understanding. It seems to recognize you too. New friend? New friend! Bastion, I haven't played Overwatch in long enough that I can't make jokes. Have a level. Rank 13? That's so many ranks. Well, you can have this. Weaker strength attack, which isn't great, but regenerate armor, break resist, can't die if not on strength 1, regenerate willpower. Yes, thank you. Just maximal armor. A towering colossus of black stone, who looks like most of the other dredge you've seen. But this one seems to recognise the sacrifices that were made, which allow it to survive now within Arborang. He chooses to fight for his protectors. Abilities: Kindle does the shield slammy thing, knocks everyone around him back and damages their armor. Drumfire does the other shield slammy thing, sends a shockwave, damages armor, churns up molten ash. Dredge have their armor mended by the effect, including warped. And Splinter do more than 3 armor damage, and it chains to other nearby dredge. So, you know, standard dredge stuff. I can't afford to level anyone else. No, it'd be 21. But I could give Petrus a title, or I could just level up a Let's. Yeah, I have a couple of levels, because that would get her onto less aggro. The Wolf, level 3. Okay, and then in this team, let's take Bastion, just because he's new. We have other level 9s who need the ding. Mog. Helio. And, wow, we don't have a lot of ranged. But hey, let's see how that goes. Now that we have the tankiest tank who ever tunk. Wait, I made that exact joke last time, didn't I? About somebody else. The Manders must not fall. Oh, we actually have to manage the Manders. Great. Yeah, that looks fine. Escort missions, yeah. Okay, let's just maximum shield wall. Oh no, bring the pain has to target somebody. You can't just abstractly bring the pain, you must bring the pain to someone. Nice. Solid. What's his other thing? Oh, he has flail. Yeah, flail would actually be better here for the cost of some willpower. Yeah, instead of 3 armor damage, we did like 5 armor and 1 strength. Oh goody. Oh, and the Menders all have individual turns. That's gonna crap up my turn order like nobody's business. But they can mend people's armor. Who needs mending? Mog? Be meant. Wish they had more of an animation. Bloody backbiters. Need to get rid of them. Menders can do some combat. You know that maximum shield wall? We may have left some gaps. But hey, the Mender can get a kill. And that's funny. More like Breaker, am I right? That's not good. Oh, you're on 1. Get over here. Punch this guy. And you kill this guy. And Aelio will sing us all a song about it. This is some very tense violin music. No. Fight! We cannot afford to lose another. I didn't want to lose 1. Oh no. Well, that's bad. I would possibly even go so far as to say very bad. If we can get them below like 7 strength, then that makes it a lot harder to actually hurt the Menders. Still not impossible, but Was that Guzman that I just mule-kicked? Sorry, my dude. Let's call that a translation problem. Now you're much below 7. And you've just shredded your own armor, so thanks for that. Come on, go for the kill. Yeah! Mixed martial arts? What was that for? Is that for getting a kill with the non-combat unit? Guzman gets a promotion. Ursa gets a promotion. Nobody gets an injury. We get some renown. 1 Mender died. Get those Menders up on the walls, Petrus shouts to his guards, and keep everyone else away. The stone guard follows you like a lost puppy, scaring any straggling fighters away from the walls. Petrus's guards escort rattled Menders to the top, where they join in with other Menders, closing the gap. Zeph vaults from the ground on a gust of air, soaring to meet them, which I'm now just imagining as an Elden Ring Spirit Spring jump. I've been playing that game a lot. The darkness touches the crackling walls, oozing over the edges. Wicked shapes titter and lurk on the other side, just beyond sight. Menders! Shouts Zeph. Now! What is it about titter that makes it among the slimiest words for laughter? Ooh, cutscene. Very brief cutscene. Chapter 21. With the mighty grief that was ours and theirs. As we go skydiving. Why, game? Why do you not like modern computers? We just want to play you. We just want to play the video game. And do whatever possibly mildly offensive accent that was. Well, time to hard kill it. For... God, am I going to need to start keeping a death counter for the bloody program? Ah, I just saw them come up on Steam. The achievements I got there were have at least 300 clansmen, which we had like 800, so go us, to get to the end. And, we'd never catch up counting all the previous crashes. Yeah, that's fair. And also, mixed martial arts was win a fight where I had humans and Horseborn and Val and Dredge. Okay. It saved at the chapter break. Okay, we lost like no time. That's fine. Let's just watch this again as we think about jumping down a giant hole to the inner earth. And this time it works. The caravan fell silently in absolute darkness until you lost all sense of time and place. Before hallucination and madness set in, you felt Juno's touch pillow you into a sleep state and protect you from the worst of it. Now, dim light finally reveals approaching ground, like an island rising from a midnight sea. Didn't she just say she was never going to do anything to our brain again? Also, I can only imagine this as the scene from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey where they're falling into hell. Man, this hole is really deep. Ah! Nobody talked about the loss of Falke in that time, but the memory of her fell alongside everyone. I'm very sad about that. Touching ground now finally feels like moving on. Walking feels like you've never done it before. This is the inner earth, Juno tells everyone. This is a cave, grumbles Ollie. I'm not impressed. In the gloom, Juno looks absolutely ghostly, beckoning you to follow. Reserve judgment until we emerge. The Mender's light plays tricks with the crags. Shadows dance across sharp edges and distended cavities. Oh hey, someone sighs almost apologetically. I may have a problem. Dutch is sitting on the ground. He appears to be missing a leg, but at second glance it's been swallowed up by a deep, narrow hole. The floor is riddled with them like a coral reef. Ow, he continues. Ow! Ow! But Ollie claps a hand over his mouth. You all hear it nearby, scraping on stone. Through stone. No one left behind. A ring of ravens draw their weapons like an iron flower blooming. Juno raises the light inside the circle and you all stare breathlessly out toward the void. It's a good thing too. Shields! You shout as creatures rumble out of the darkness. We all remember that day that Ditch got stuck in a hole. That's why we call him Ditch. Badum-tish. Good joke, everybody laughs. Ooh, aggressive tuba. Sorry, I didn't see the hole. Apologize by keeping it shut. Sinkhole. The ground looks uneven here. Great, love that. And here we have warped border. Extra armor damage. Spit does strength and armor damage, plus corrode damage and additional armor damage on target's turn. More grabs and holds enemy, 1 armor damage and corrode damage. Great. So we've got acid worms. We've got a slinger. And a grunt. And some stone singers. 3 stone singers. Wow, you are not messing around, are you, game? Okay, so nobody step in the sinkholes because that's what's happened to Ditch. Just stay there, wait for them to advance. Oh, they can burrow as well. Great, great. Very cool and good. Oh, and they do a big acid splash when they come out. Isn't that just great? Love it. Love it so much. Oh, I hate this. Why does it get to do extra moves? Also, now the sinkhole has fully sunk. Hole. Let's just kill these things as quick as we can, yeah? Who's losing armor? Okay, people are losing armor when one of those moves under them. Okay, great. Perfect. Cool and good. Oh, and she's stunned by it moving under her. And these have, what is it, Rupture and Umbrage, yeah, so they can make wounded allies explode, and lower armor but increase strength. Great! So cool. Juno, please kill this thing. Can Dutch get out? No, but he can use Rally. He has Rally now. Who wants willpower? Who's been using willpower? Ollie, you're lowest on willpower. Have a bunch. I love the image of just him stood there up to his waist in a hole, but kind of giving everyone dramatic rallying speeches. Wow. And for the record, that's a bad wow. Because that just felt cheap as all hell. Yeah. Yeah, that was just cheap as all get out. I disapprove. Game, I'm on your side. I was trying to defend you with all the crashing and everything, but now you're pulling this crap? I love that the entire descriptive text on stuck is stuck. It's just the game being like, if you don't know what stuck in a hole means, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, that's a horrible noise. Please stop that immediately. I should have gone up and impaled the stinger. The slinger, that's always fun. Okay, move around the sinkhole. And you can't get to anyone. Oh, you've got Overwatch. Sweet. Gross. Okay, back's down. Not great. Well, they're all out there just shivering their forks, and when I say it like that, it sounds weird. Yeah, they're just going to start chaining umbrage on people, which I don't like at all. But anyway, you can be dead. Okay, all the board-ups are dead, so... Ha! Oh yeah, she automatically willpower absorbs. That's the thing, she's not as squishy as she feels. Okay, get over there and Tempest those two, but only those two. Yeah, we're good, we're good. Now that they're getting umbraged up, we need to kind of finish everyone off as quickly as we possibly can, please. Eh, 2 hits are alright. Juno could be bamboozling more, but she's, you know, doing quite well with just hitting people with a spear. Yes, give all your willpower to Juno, because she uses it to tank. God, if you had a bunch of people with Rally, you could just use Juno as a weirdly effective tank. Acid Spit does more damage. His armor is decaying. Great. Okay. That one is using Overwatch. Be aware of that. And Tempest these fools. Kill that one. Getting umbraged up is a whole mood. Yep, pretty much. That's my life. That's my secret cap. I'm always umbraged up. Oh yeah, that one's got Overwatch, as I said to myself. And she is out of willpower. Have a little bit more. Walk into a hole, you idiot. Anybody else think I was immediately going to walk into a hole after I said that? Me too. They're still giving disease, right? Oh no, it's warping because they're warp stone singers, not regular stone singers. Wait a minute, they're diagonal to each other. We should be using this immediately. Okay, Juno dies, inverted commas. I always forget I have this lightning, and then I'm always waiting for the perfect time to use it. Also, they can get out of the holes after a couple of turns. Juno will just go over there and will herself back to life. Ditch will do nothing, because he's still stuck in the damn hole. Mogan will die, he does it so often. I don't know why that stone singer just died. I legit don't know why that one died at the same time as that one. I'm confused. Did I put a DOT on it and not know about it? Anyway, we win. Alfred gets injured because those worms were cheap. Bat gets injured, Logan gets injured. Nobody earns a level. We get a little bit of renown as a treat. And we move on. A sour smell fills the air, acid vomited forth by the digging things. Warriors brag about the hard battles they fought, but no one will be bragging about this. I'm regretting this already, says Valgard, examining a limp tentacle. Courage, replies Juno. We'll see stranger things before we're done. Which, I mean, there are better shows. If you're going to promise people Netflix at the end of a hard journey, it could at least be like OA or Sense8. This cave is only an entrance the Valkyrie use. Each of the towers in the north is a different entrance to the inner earth. It used to look a little different before the darkness. RIV Sense8, yeah, I will never be over that. I mean, not quite as much as I'll never be over the OA, but, you know. I will live and die on the hill of the OA as one of the best damn television shows. But more importantly, this. That's a dramatic panorama. The White Tower crouches in the distance, small against the vastness of the inner earth. You feel tired just thinking about the march to come. That tower is our only goal now. That thing stands out like blood on snow. Doesn't belong here, does it? No, it was built by the Valka. It's where Eyvind and I will undo this. What's that enormous dome laying behind it? A fallen sun. And when do you plan to explain any of this? There may come a point where I have little choice. That point is not now. Will not be a short conversation or a happy one. Speaking of unhappy things, I can sense the loss of Falca is a dire blow to the Ravens. And the viewers, and me personally. I am attacked by the killing of my wife. It may be wise to try and keep their spirits up. And I'm afraid there's something else you should know. As we fell, I could feel a change in our barang. It felt like a big 22-day countdown clock. Gods, I can't see the ceiling. There's no ceiling. We're inside the world. They always look this dead. No. This place used to be full of life. The caravan moves slowly, taking in the strangeness of the place. What did it look like before the darkness, you wonder? Dutch trips over his own feet again. Thought you were supposed to be the sneaky one, Spar mumbles, but he's not doing much better. Eyvind shakes his head. You aren't used to being here. It'll pass. You ignore the bickering that follows. Everyone seems a bit testy. Others complain of dizziness and nausea and swear the ground is rotating until you're forced to stop. Spar solicits for a new hat. We shouldn't stop now. We're not reaching the tower anytime soon, Ollie says, pointing. It doesn't seem any closer than when you first saw it. The others ignore your demands and you're not feeling so well yourself. It seems like a long while before you head out again. What? No, don't do that. Hello. You talking to me? I didn't need those days, did I? Kinda, yeah. Damn it, every time. I need a better introduction. Dutch continues as you walk, stumbling over his own awkwardness as he goes. Anyway, listen. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm going a bit loopy cooped up with these people. I can see that. Everyone keeps threatening me with death if I don't leave them alone. Join the Ravens, I thought. Why not? Where else would be safer? Look at this. This is the least safe place. Yes. I know I'm supposed to be the quiet guy, right? Everyone thinks I'm sneaky. Well, look. I'm only sneaky because nobody notices me. Does it ever get to you being ignored all the time? No, that doesn't. I get chatty when I'm nervous. I hate this place. I hate being stuck in this bubble like a fish. Fish don't get stuck in bubble. Dutch continues babbling at you while you walk. I have to hear all of this. But his childhood. And I knew something was up the first time I stole something. It was fruit. Like a whole basket of fruit. And the basket, that's the only reason anyone noticed. A ton of fruit was suddenly gone. Dutch doesn't seem in his right mind. Maybe. I mean, I think we're all a bit off at this point. So the fruit monger shouts for guards. Fruit monger, whatever. Anyway, the guard walks right past me. He bumps into my shoulder, doesn't even turn around. There's guards running all around me, stopping other people, never even look at me, and I am holding this basket of fruit. I mean, it's kind of insulting, to be honest. Is it my face? Do I look like a leper or something? But now I'm wondering what else I could get away with. Taking jewelry, sleeping in the King's Keep, murder. Turns out I've gotten away with a lot of murder. And about his interests? By the gods, 15 years now if you count my stint in regional theatre. That explains a lot. Hard getting work in theatre, always in the background, right? No surprise. I did a lot of carpentry for them, actually, lots of furniture. The secret is you rub vinegar into the wood. That was about when I just gave up and started working for myself. The only honest money I ever made was selling a song I wrote about chicken. And about his travels. Killed that guy later, hunched him down, stabbed him in the face. Nobody's called me backflips since, but now I'm stuck on a ship months out to sea, right? Lots of vile stuff happening out on those ships, I can tell you. Debauchery. Made me think twice about going completely nude when we stopped at those hot springs. I still did, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, mate. And I get the feeling they think I'm creepy if they even notice at all. But now, anyway, now she's in a panic to get all the goats back in the pen. Everyone's looking. And then her husband starts screaming at me. Freak. Big-nosed freak. Maybe we should keep it down. That's rough, you know. You ever had someone screaming freak at you? Freak! The last shout echoes noticeably. Shortly after, you spot movement. The ravens curse Dutch as they draw their weapons. How is this my fault? We're glowing like the freaking sun festival down here. Stop shouting, Dutch! Well, that was a valuable use of all of our time. Not sure Ditch's shouting is the biggest problem in that conversation. I mean, yeah. We really just flew past serial murder. I mean, the man is a mercenary. Like, he works for the Ravens. They have done a lot of murder. It's what mercenaries tend to get paid to do. Can I afford anyone a level? Yeah, but he's done a lot of it for free. I mean, yeah. Do you know have a level? Nice going, Dutch. This is my fault. We expect the paid murder. Well, we will get for more arguably freelance murder, because I very much doubt Juno is paying us next time. Because it is 5 o'clock, and that is the time when I go away. I mean, not entirely from the world. I just do things that aren't on the internet. Well, I do things that aren't on camera. Yeah. So, yeah, let's wrap up a bit. Thanks so much, everyone who's here. Thanks, everyone who's watched. Thanks if you stayed to the end. It means a lot. If you've been watching, I enter the other dimension at 5 o'clock. Yeah. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Sarasent, that's S-E-R-A-S-E-N-T, the House of Hubris. I'm here every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 2 PM British time, 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific, other time zones are available. And, yeah, we will be continuing this, like, despite the active efforts of the game to stop us playing it, we are going to finish the Christing game. Because I was on a hiatus for 3 months in the middle of this series, and we are going to do it. Yeah, so, join me for more of that. If you want to know when I'm live, then throw us a follow. Gets you notifications whenever I go live. And if you miss anything, you can find VODs on my Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. Or, if you want older VODs, you can go to my YouTube, youtube.com/users/rf191999, where you can find VODs all the way back to the start of my stream, which is over a year now. We went on hiatus for a bit, but now we're back. VODs will start uploading probably in the next week or two, at which point they will again be scheduled for every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed, so throw us a subscription on there. If you want to support this nonsense monetarily, you can do so, either by subscribing or cheering on Twitch. But you very much don't need to. Just turn up and hang out and be chill and be good to each other. And we'll all get through this together. I think that's about it. If you want to see me in other projects, watch this space. I'm going to be announcing something in the near future. It shouldn't be that surprising for those of you who are watching streams I did last year. But, you know, I'll probably have more to say on that on Saturday. And I have another exciting project coming up that's going to be announced soon. So, again, keep an eye on my Twitter. I didn't actually tell you where my Twitter was. Yes, check me out on Twitter. It's the best place to keep up on everything I'm doing, and Twitch notifications, and whatever other nonsense, which at the minute is mostly shouting about Eurovision. That is Twitter at Waruce, that's W-A-R-U-C-E. All the links should be under the thing. That if they're not, I can update that. Let me know if they're not there, I guess. Or I might look myself. Who can say? Who can say what I'll do? I don't know. I turn this camera off, and even I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do when this camera's on. I'm just vibing. Okay, I'm going to stop saying words now. At least words that you can hear. And just enter a new range of sound designed only for dogs. No, I am going to go away. I promise. Love you all. And we will be back to this on Saturday, same time, same place, same hubris. And we'll try and save the world. Love you all. Bye.